In war, in 1 second you could be dead, or the same second you could be alive. That's why our abstract noun is bravery.
So our first question from you guys is, why is the Army so effective at house clearing? The first reason is there's always 2 or more shooters. You need at least 2 shooters or 2 guys on like your team, so that once you go in, someone's always covering your back. Because if there's only one of you, then you can't get all the angles and you can't check all the rooms as fast. And if you have 2, then someone always has your back. The second reason is the fatal funnel. The fatal funnel is a plan that organizes your plan to make the house clearing easier, and you're able to cover all the angles. And you have to have 4 or more people. The third strategy, or tactic, whatever, is going left to right. If there's time to go over a plan or rehearse it, do it. But remember to be flexible. Once inside, things have a tendency to change based on information or real preserved threats. Instead of planning on who goes left or right, once inside the door, follow the simple rule of thumb. Go to the opposite way the person in front of you went. In a hasty entry, you will never have time to plan anyway. Again, go to the opposite way through the door that the person in front of you went. The fourth tactic/strategy is fields of fire. Get through the fatal funnel, then clear the next corner. You have to be close on heels of the guy/girl in front of you, or you won't be able to protect her/him, their backside. As soon as they're in the building, the key here is to maintain personal responsibility for the area and sectors of fire. The field of vision, you can shoot accurately. Accordingly, whatever your muzzle goes, that where your eyes should be. Think eyes, muzzle, target. Speed, our fifth topic/strategy, is speed kills. Finally, as you're running the walls, it's really walking. Only move as fast as you can. Shoot accurately. Don't be in such a hurry that you're out of control. You're there to control the situation. Be smooth. Here's an old tactical saying to put it in your toolbox. Smooth is fast, and fast is smooth.
Question that you guys sent us are, what are the numbers of everything the U.S. has, or the U.S. Army, compared to the other countries? So we compared it to North Korea because that's what everybody thinks of. So their defense budget is $7 billion. That seems like a lot of money, but the United States has $689.6 billion. That's a lot of difference, and that's why we are the leading military, or just leading forces of the world. So let's start with air power, with North Korea. Their total aircraft is 1,667. A large percent are made up of bombers, Falcons, and Floggers. They also have some fighters in there, but mostly they don't have any of those. Total helicopters are 237. That is not very much compared to everybody. They have attack helicopters and support helicopters, and that makes up most of theirs. That's pretty much the same with every country, but they just don't have as many. Then let's go to land systems. They have 81,680. Their main battle tanks are, sorry if I pronounce this wrong, the Pukoing Ho and the Chimhoi Ho. And then they also copied off of a bunch of Russian designs with like the T-55, the T-59, the T-62, the T-76, and so on. They have also amphibious tanks like the amphibious PT-85, and then some other ones with that. With naval power, they have no aircraft carriers. Frigates, they have 3. Destroyers, none. Corvettes, none. Subs, 70. Coastal crafts, 471. Mine warfare, 23. Amphibious assault, 273. Now let's go to the United States. Our air power is 15,293. We have the A-10 Thunderbolt, my favorite. We have the C-17 Glowmaster. We have the C-130 Hercules. We have the F-16 Fighting Falcon, which is retiring. And we have a lot of that. We blow North Korea out of the water in that category. Our total helicopters are 6,655. We have AH-64 Apache. We have Black Hawk and Iroquois. And we have a ton of those, which are what I think the best helicopters of any country. Our land systems, we have 173,826. That's over twice as many as North Korea. And one tank that we have that is amazing is the M1 Abrams. It is the best tank that's ever been made. It can destroy, it has a huge gun, and it has so much armor, and pretty much no tank can destroy it. It can also go up to 45 miles per hour, which doesn't seem very high, but it's extremely fast for tanks, considering they weigh 60 tons. Our aircraft carriers compared to North Korea 0 are 10. We have 24 frigates, we have 61 destroyers, 71 destroyers, coastal crafts 12, mine warfare 14, and amphibious assault 28. We have one of the best naval power over all countries. We win in land power and aircraft power. But North Korea they're just not very good. The third question that you guys sent us is how fast can we get U.S. forces to the front line? Well, it all depends on where it is. If it's in the mountains, it's going to take a while because we would have to build an airport there, or just a landing strip for all the aircraft to land there, or helicopters, but the terrain would be rough. And to get our forces to the front line, the terrain would have to be pretty smooth if we want to get them pretty fast. Because, as you know, it's harder to climb up a hill than go down a hill. So, it all just depends on the terrain, and also where it's located. If it's located halfway around the world, then that's going to be really hard to get there really fast. But to support us before we get there, we have all sorts of missile systems that can go at the speed faster than the speed of sound, and that can destroy large amounts of land and can hold the enemy back before they do what they're trying to do. And we also have airplanes like the C-5 Galaxy, which are ginormous. They're the biggest airplane in the world. It's it's 3 times as large as the Boeing 747. Those of you who don't know what that is, that's a commercial airliner that pretty much every airport uses. So in conclusion, it all just depends on where it's located. We have the stuff to get them there fast. It just depends how far or how high on elevation it is.
Our fourth question that you guys gave us is, what is the difference between transportation in the U.S. versus other countries? Air transportation. As the Air Force's largest and only strategic airlifter, the C-5 Galaxy can carry more cargo and farther distances than any other aircraft. The C-5 Galaxy can haul twice as much cargo as any other airlifter. The HEMT is the military semi-truck. It can carry gas, people, weapons, and small military like vehicles and other stuff. The KC-135 its first flight was August 31st, 1956. The wingspan is 130 feet 10 inches. The length is 136 feet and 3 inches. The gross weight is 297,000 pounds, top speed is 600 miles per hour. Cruising speed is 552 miles per hour. The power is 13,750 power thrust P&W J577 turbojet engines.
So the fifth and final question that you guys wanted us to answer is, what does a U.S. soldier's everyday carry? The first gun that every single soldier carries, or every single ground soldier, is an M4 or M4A1 5.56 carbine. It is a lightweight, gas-operated, air-cooled, magazine-fed, selective rate fire, shoulder-fired weapon with a collapsible stock. This is a standard issue firearm for most units in the U.S. military. You can see why, just because of how many things it can do. The collapsible stock is used for when you're house clearing. If you want that your gun to be close and not hit all the walls when you walk in, then that's how you do it. You can just collapse the stock really quick, and there you go. Magazine fed. This can give you more ammo, and it's easy change. Air cooled. This is a lot better than like other systems of cooling, just because it's kind of natural and you don't need to supply it. It's air cooled, which means it just cools by itself. And finally, it's lightweight. If you're a soldier and you're going maybe 15 miles a day of just going around and around looking for bad guys, you want something that's lightweight. That's why you only see snipers. They stay in one spot. A sniper, a regular sniper in a military, weighs about 25 pounds. These things weigh about maybe 4 or 3 pounds, depending on what you have on it. So that is way different, and it doesn't even feel like you're carrying a gun anymore. In the selective rate, it's the best, just because you can shoot that thing at selective rate, which means you can shoot one bullet, you can shoot a burst, or like 4 bullets at a time, just really fast, or you can just go machine gun and empty your whole mag. Its max rate of fire is 950 rounds per minute. That's crazy. And its max range is 600 meters. That is just crazy for that small of a gun. The next machine gun is the M240 Bravo. This is just the best. It shoots 7.62 by 51 millimeter. Its max range is 3,725 meters. It has 950 rounds per minute, the same as the carbine, but this is belt fed, meaning you can shoot so many more rounds, but you might just not have a different firing rate. The M240 Bravo is a machine gun, like I said. It is used in every situation when we go to war, and it's just the most effective machine gun that the military has today.
Alright, so this is an average, everyday Army soldier, and this is what he looks like with all his gear on and stuff. And that is the M4 carbine. So this is what I was talking about earlier, the fatal funnel, and how everybody gets a certain place and certain angle so nobody gets injured or harmed in this house cleaning. That is the army or military semi truck I was talking about earlier, and how it can carry lots of goods like gas, people, weapons, vehicles. And that down there is the C5 Galaxy, and it doesn't look that big, but trust me, it's really big.
Our counterclaim is that the Army is just not the most technologically advanced. Even though we are still the best in the world, and we can conquer any country that tries to conquer us, we're just not the most technologically advanced. One example is a country that is developing a new type of fighter. It's called the Eurofighter. I don't know if you know what that is, but it can travel. Its cruising speed is over the speed of sound, and that's just cruising. It can go faster than the Earth can rotate. So really, when you're flying in it, then instead of the sun going down, it can go up. We do not have a fighter that can do that just yet. Some other countries, they just have more powerful and more advanced technologies than us. Like the nuclear bomb. Some countries have better nuclear missiles that are more accurate, or just regular missiles that are more accurate than us. So, some people say that the U.S. is still bad, but I would say that we are the leading country, and we have beat we will beat, if someone tries to challenge us, we will beat them. What?
Micah, get
What?
out, get
What?
out!
Ah!